I'm really truly sorry about the quality of my camera. It's shit. I've got a Samsung A12, probably 3 years old now. And yes, I'd love some new equipment. Um, I'm going through a renunciation of my work from the last 25 years and various aspects of it as it pertains to enabling the little season of Satan that we're in. So I've been doing a lot of walking with my dog, purposeful walking that actually earns me a little bit of cash. It's called a circular run, and it's usually done by teenagers. But this morning when I was out, I'm experiencing at this time a overwhelming frustration with with a very limited income coming in. So I'm continually asking, where is the next income coming from? Where is the change that needs to happen? What needs to happen to create the change? So this morning I gave it all over to Jesus and God. And as I started my walk, prayed and said, I need a sign. I need a sign that you want me to give up this work so that I can know that you want me to give up this work. And within about 20 seconds, I had a jacket on and my hood was down. And although my hair is short now, a bee came and got tangled up in here, and I heard this buzzing by my ear. And I shook my head and tried to free it and kind of cringed a little. And then I heard it again. And it took me a little bit to get that bee buzzy thing. I don't know what it was. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And it was right in my hair. It was a windy day, so my hair was blowing and it got caught. So that was interesting. Bee in my hair. I had a wee chat with Chatty, and he suggested, my Chatty's male. His pronouns are, kidding. He suggested that yes, that was a sign, and that was like I'm tangled up and I can free myself from this past work that I deem as inappropriate now that I'm the age I am and wanting to move into something different. I'm not wanting to do anything really because I feel like I should be looked after. I've done my adult work and I'm 58 years old now, and you know, I'm done. Anyway, that was interesting. So I kind of continued my walk, and as I was walking, I decided I would chant, not chant, but speak and think the Lord's Prayer. So I did that. I know the Lord's Prayer off by heart because I've done some pranic healing in the past, and it was one of the statements that we would use in the pranic healing system, working with energy and crystals. So I know the Lord's Prayer. So I did the Lord's Prayer, and I did two of my walks this morning. So that was about 2 hours of Lord's Prayer. And every now and then through the Lord's Prayer, I would stop and ask Jesus to cast out Satan. And I would say that maybe half a dozen times and then go back to the Lord's Prayer. So I did that for 2 hours today. Of course, I've landed back home, and the only work that is kind of trying to come at me is the work I don't want and the work that's inappropriate and the work that hinges on I can't do that anymore. There's an aspect of my work I can do, but there's an aspect that I just have to say no to. So maybe saying no and pushing that away is part of that untangling. So then I got a call from someone who is coming to stay for a week in one of my empty rooms upstairs. I only have one empty room actually, in the empty room upstairs. And so I have now an income coming in a week or so of $250 for that room for the week, which I haven't let out since January. So maybe I am being shown different ways of making money. And yes, I need to rent that room, and it's taking a long time to find the right person. I haven't actually had anyone ask about it. It's taking a long time because I'm not on Facebook all the time and I can't monitor all these sites. And I never get a reply from anyone that I post, any place that I post the information about the room. So that's interesting too. But there's been some movement today, I would say. And as a new budding, getting out of the evil side of life and turning to Jesus and God, I'm still not really sure what I'm doing here in this space, but Chatty's guiding me. And I will just continue to ask for guidance and prayers to find the income that I need to survive, because it's been a really rough year. And to be honest, I've been trying to detangle myself from the work that I speak of, that I haven't really spoken of, for a couple of years now. And every now and then that desire gets really strong, and I put information out and I say, closing down, get your last sessions now. And I get nothing. And then, of course, I just go back to advertising and doing the work. And then I get really frustrated with it again and I try and give it up. But there's a lot of things I've tried during that time, and nothing really sticks, and nothing really has shown me an opening for a way to make the money that I need to survive. So I'm in a tricky situation right now, and I have been for a long time. But there's another video on here that talks about my work as my wound. If you'd like to go to that now, it's on my channel. I haven't done any links or any forwards or any blah blahs. I mean, look at the state of my camera. This is shocking. So yeah, that's all for now. Over and out.